When you think of video game soundtracks, you might think of classic 8-bit tunes, fun pop tracks, or grand compositions using a full orchestra, but you usually don't think of any songs with lyrics. And while that's not without reason, since most video game OSTs are fully instrumental, I think there are a lot of video game songs that do a surprisingly great job at incorporating lyrics into their music. Let's take a look at some of these tracks as we list off the top 5 video game songs with lyrics. I'll just be honest with you guys, I'm not really that well versed in the Super Monkey Ball franchise, but I've tried out arcade versions of the game before, and I ended up liking it so much that I decided to buy Banana Blitz HD. Upon further inspection, this game seems to be a bit divisive amongst fans, and most people view it as just a disappointing remake. And while even from the perspective of someone who's never played the original, the game does seem to be a bit lackluster in its overall quality, but there's one thing about this game that I really love for some reason. The main title theme music, Banana Na in Love. I think I'm just gonna call it the title screen music. The music is performed by a Japanese group called the Banana Fritters, although for some reason I'm really struggling to find information about them online. But anyway, since they're a band outside of the Monkey Ball franchise, they added some lyrics to complement the instrumentals, and it's oddly catchy. The lighthearted yet energetic vocals of all of the singers bounce around the tune and do a great job of enhancing the ska-sounding brass instrumentals. The full version provides an even more ridiculous yet amazing ride that somehow never gets old to listen to. I mean, crikey, this Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz theme music is infectious. And I'm never doing an Australian accent again. Overall, the Banana Blitz theme music is an energetic track that hooks you into the game with some fun vocals to boot. This might be a weird pick to put on the list because I've never played Persona 5 or know anything about the franchise in general, but that bass line slaps, so it's taken the number 4 spot. I was originally introduced to this song through a cover of it by the band Poppin' Party, and while I think I do prefer that cover over the original version, Life Will Change is still a great video game song that perfectly fits the aesthetic of the Persona franchise. The instrumentals are amazing in their own right with a spunky guitar part paired with a cool bass line, but the vocals are even more impressive with the singer confidently belting out each lyric. The lyrics are actually all in English, and they're surprisingly good for a Japanese-produced song, not to mention incredibly ruthless at times. Life Will Change is the perfect background music for a group of vigilantes taking matters into their own hands, with the vocals and instrumentals smoothly syncing together to convey this mood. Another game that, admittedly, I haven't gotten around to playing yet, but I might pick up just for this song alone. Jump Up Superstar perfectly captures the vibe of big band jazz in New York City. Excuse me, New Donk City. Pauline's bright vocals are definitely to thank for this, and I love how she's able to convey a lot of positivity and energy in her vocals without coming off as annoying or fakey. The lyrics also could have easily been too cheesy or forced, but they're able to fit in little references to the Mario franchise in a way that feels like they're giving you a wink to just go along with the goofiness of it. Like most Mario games, Jump Up Superstar sucks you into its happy-go-lucky sound and keeps you there for as long as you keep replaying it. Maybe this is my nostalgia talking a bit here, but I really love this theme for Tatsunoko vs. Capcom. I didn't even care for this game all that much. I would honestly just get it out to watch the opening music video. Oh, and I better clarify I'm talking about the English version of the music here. Usually that doesn't matter all that much, but the two songs are actually insanely different from one another. After listening to both of them for this video, I do really like the hard rock sounds of the Japanese version, but I think I ultimately prefer the more hopeful and adventurous sound of the English version. It just has this groovy disco vibe to it that puts a smile on your face, and I think it suits the lyrics better. Speaking of, the lyrics are pretty standard for an anime song about the power of friendship, but the way that they're delivered with soft, airy vocals is really nice to listen to. I think it just appeals to this childlike desire to see the good guy save the day and chase your dreams no matter what, and I think that's what makes this song so lovable. Also, unlike the Japanese version, it has a sick rap solo. Let's see if I remember the rap break in this song. I don't know. Here it comes. I got you when the going gets rough, yo. No one's as tough as this love when you feel like you can't go on. Hope you try side by side, we'll survive, never die. Now you feeling my flow, what I mean? No doubt that you're feeling like I do. Don't let chance like this pass by you. A couple like you be meant to be. Fly across the border. Fly across the border. Across the Border will always have a special place in my heart as a memorable track from my childhood. Now, I'm not entirely sure if the modern version of Bad Apple can be considered a video game song since it's not actually in a video game, just a remix of a track from one, but it's become so tied to the Touhou franchise that I think it counts. I know this keeps happening in this video, but I've never played any games in the Touhou franchise. Man, I'm really filling up my video games to playlist here. Like a true intellectual, I was introduced to Bad Apple through the memes, and I'm so glad I finally heard this amazing song. For a lot of the songs on this list, I generally liked the vocals and instrumentals equally, but for Bad Apple, the vocal line is definitely my favorite part of the song, and that's why I think it deserves the #1 spot. The lyrics are hauntingly dark and incredibly well written, and the vocalist does an amazing job of delivering them with a solemn sadness that hits home harder than passionate belting ever could. There's a reason that people can't stop playing Bad Apple on, well, everything. The catchy instrumentals carry some strikingly dark lyrics that, paired with an iconic music video, create the perfect video game song with lyrics. I hope you enjoyed this ranking, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!